How's it going? It's Jeff from jeffrey-thomas.com, and let's walk through triplets and tuplets classical guitar. So copy this out off my website and we can follow through together. Kind of targeted for classical guitar, so I'm going to make sure we point out the letter names of the right hand. P for the thumb, I for the first finger, M for the middle finger, A for the ring finger. And you can see there's a series of combinations up above. I and M and I, M and A. The reverse of that, A and M, I and A, and then A and I. Okay, so the reason for the different combinations for playing examples or scales is to make sure that this right hand is balanced and you can do whatever the music needs you to do, right? Now jumping into the first section of the lesson, we have triplets, and I'm going to run everything for you at 40 on the metronome. So the easiest way to start to comprehend triplets is a measure of 3/4 and quarter notes. So ready, go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So now what happens next is you're going to take what just happened in the measure of 3/4 and you're going to make it happen in the space of every beat. Eighth note triplets. Without the metronome, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. There are other syllables that you can use. Strawberry, strawberry, pineapple, pineapple, chocolate, chocolate, but probably best to stay with 1 triplet. Alright, so ready, go. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. Alright, and then make sure you're using some of the other combinations that I've written for you, or all of them. Number 3 is 16th note triplets, and I've put your time signature at 2/4. 2 triplets in the space of 1 beat. So, ready, go. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 1 triplet, 2 triplet. Okay, it's important to be able to keep track of what beat you're on, and sometimes some syllables people use don't allow you to do that. But, you know, each teacher is different, and I have not found like a Berkeley or a Juilliard way of counting these, so it's pretty much different from teacher to teacher, right? Number 4 is 32nd note triplets, and I have a C chord here for you, and it's going to be... Okay, so let me run that with time. Ready, go. Okay, that's a giant can of worms, that little example there, number 4, because you can see you're taking each division of a 16th note, 1 E and a, and then putting a 32nd note triplet on it. So that could easily be like half a page of variations just on that. Number 5 is a very cool example, quarter note triplets. And quarter note triplets, you know, I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed, okay? So when I look at a measure of 4/4 and I see 6 quarter notes, that's too many. And it was really weird when I first saw this, and a lot of my students are feeling the same way. So here's how you figure it out. You take each beat of a measure of 4/4 and you split it into eighth note triplets. So 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. Okay, then what happens is you can see I've circled each of the 2 combinations of eighth notes which give you a quarter note. And that would be the next measure, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. So the quarter note triplets are very staggered, and it works in music for sure. Ready, go. Okay, and a lot of times in music class, rhythmic studies, you're going to remove the instrument and you're just going to go 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 1 triplet, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. So that's a good way to really understand this. I'll run this for you with just counting and clapping. Ready, go. 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. So it's very much a coordination thing to get these phrased properly, and that's a good way to do it. A lot of college level classes are going to make sure that you're just counting and clapping. Okay, tuplets. I'll run through the first series of these because they're pretty easy. I wrote everything here for you in 1/4, and so the first example is a 1-to-1 ratio, right? I like to think of tuplets in ratios. So quarter notes basically, right? Okay, no big deal. The next one is 2-to-1. 1 and 2 and, or a duplet. That's another fancy word for 2-to-1. Okay, 3-to-1 is what we've kind of talked about as a triplet, eighth note triplet, right? 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. Okay, 4-to-1, 16th notes. 1 E and 2 E and right? Okay, 5-to-1. University, Philadelphia. Make sure you're counting everything even, right? 6-to-1. Same pretty much as 16th note triplets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? Okay, now I'm going to shut the metronome off and explain these next series of bad boys. 7-to-1, 8-to-1, 9-to-1, 10-to-1. Okay, so let's start with 7-to-1. And for all of these last examples, I've gone to a C chord here. The 7-tuplet, or will also be referred to as a septuplet. Okay. One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, now I always have to kind of run that without the metronome and then put time on. 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You just have to kind of be a machine with that, right? 8-to-1 is 30-second notes, so that should be not too bad. Okay. Syllables on this stuff. I have seen people say, for example, going back to 7-to-1, 1 and a septuplet. Okay, 1 and a septuplet. 1 and a septuplet. 2 and a septuplet. 1 and a septuplet. Okay, very important to keep the syllables even. If you're moving on to an 8-tuplet, 1 eana, 1 eana, 1 eana, 1 eana, it's 2 sets of 4 in the space of 1. 9-to-1, which can be also referred to really formally as a non-tuplet. You can also think of it in 3 groups of 3. Okay, and you can see I've written all of the right-hand arpeggio information there for you. So 9-to-1. Okay, so you definitely have to ease into these, and it really depends on what the music is doing for you to get the proper phrasing of them. I think the hardest thing about these is to make sure that it's the amount of notes in the tuplet evenly in the space of the beat. Easier said than done. So it definitely depends on what's happening in the music. 10 to 1, 2 groups of 5 in the space of 1. University, 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 university. University, 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 university. So let me see what I've got here. Let me run it actually without the metronome first. Okay, let me try it with time. 10 to 1. Okay, so you can see, like, at first on some of these, I apologize, it's like takes a little second for me to adjust, and then I'm locked in. Anyway, this is a difficult subject, and thanks for bearing with me, so I hope it helps a little bit about it. I would recommend this book for everyone in the world. Rhythmic Training, Robert Starrer. Conducting patterns. It's filled with all kinds of stuff about compound meter, simple meter, really taking very complex things and making them manageable, which is sort of what I tried to do today. Anyway, this is a huge subject, so you will run into many forms of triplets, tuplets, and if you have any questions, give me a buzz. I'm teaching on Skype, Uvu, Yahoo Messenger, Windows Live with webcams, so we can keep in touch. And if you have any questions, please give me a shout, and we will go from there. Maybe I can help you out a little further. All right. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.